1. What is biodiversity? Answer. Biodiversity is the variety of living organisms in a given area. 2. In which areas does biodiversity generally proliferate the most? Answer. Biodiversity proliferates most in hotspots and regions of ecological confluence. 3. Which group forms the majority of biodiversity? Answer. Invertebrates form the majority of biodiversity, around 48% or more. 4. What are the main levels of biodiversity? Answer. Genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. 5. What is genetic diversity? Answer. It is the variation of genes within a species. 6. What is species diversity? Answer. It is the variety of different species in a region. 7. What is ecosystem diversity? Answer. It is the variety of ecosystems in a particular area. 8. How is species diversity measured? Answer. It is measured in terms of species richness and species evenness. 9. What is species richness? Answer. It is the number of different species present in an area. 10. What is species evenness? Answer. It is the distribution of individuals among different species. Here is your paragraph converted into numbered one-line Q&A format in proper sequence. 1. What are the three types of species diversity in a community? Answer. Alpha, beta, and gamma diversity. 2. How many major biogeographic realms are there in the world? Answer. There are 8 major biogeographic realms. 3. How many biogeographic realms are present in India? Answer. India has 2 biogeographic realms. 4. What is extinction? Answer. Extinction is the complete disappearance of a species. 5. What are biodiversity hotspots? Answer. Regions with high endemism and high threat of extinction. 6. Who proposed the concept of biodiversity hotspots? Answer. Norman Myers. 7. How many biodiversity hotspots were initially identified by Myers? Answer. 25 hotspots. 8. How many biodiversity hotspots are currently recognized by Conservation International? Answer. 34 hotspots. 9. What does the Red List represent? Answer. It represents threatened species. 10. Which organization publishes the Red List? Answer. International Union for Conservation of Nature. 11. What does Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, 1972 indicate? Answer. It provides highest protection to species, e.g., tiger. 12. What is an invasive species example mentioned? Answer. Lantana, from Mexico. 13. What is mass extinction? Answer. A time period with large-scale species extinction. 14. How many major mass extinction events have occurred? Answer. 5 events. 15. What system is used to measure geological time? Answer. Geological time scale. 16. What is the primary division of geological time? Answer. Eons. 17. What do colors in the red data book indicate? Answer. Red, threatened, pink, critically endangered, green, no longer threatened. 18. How many categories are in IUCN classification? Answer. 7. 19. Name the IUCN categories. Answer. Extinct, extinct in wild, critically endangered, endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, least concern. 20. What is CITES? Answer. An international agreement regulating wildlife trade. 21. Under which organization does CITES operate? Answer. United Nations Environment Programme. 22. Where is the CITES Secretariat located? Answer. Geneva. 23. How are species classified under CITES? Answer. Appendix I, 2, and 3. 24. What are coral reefs mainly associated with? Answer. Tropical waters. 25. What is the structure of coral reefs made of? Answer. Calcium carbonate skeletons of dead corals. 26. Where are coral reefs found in India? Answer. Gulf of Kutch, not in Sundarbans. 27. What are conditions for coral reef formation? Answer. Temperature greater than 20 degrees Celsius, shallow depth less than 180 feet, saline and clear water. 28. What is coral bleaching? Answer. Loss of coral color due to decline of zooxanthellae. 29. What is dugong? Answer. A vulnerable marine mammal, sea cow. 30. Where is dugong found in India? Answer. Gulf of Kutch, Palk Bay, and Andaman regions. 31. Where is lion-tailed macaque found? Answer. Western Ghats. 32. Where is flying squirrel found? Answer. Namdapha Tiger Reserve. 33. What is special about olive ridley turtle? Answer. Mass nesting, Aribada, on Orissa coast. 34. What is the status of cheetah in India? Answer. Extinct earlier. 35. What is the status of Gangetic dolphin? Answer. Endangered. 36. What is unique about Gangetic dolphin? Answer. It is blind and uses ultrasonic sound. 37. What is India's national aquatic animal? Answer. Gangetic dolphin. 38. Where is Great Indian Hornbill found? Answer. Western Ghats and Lower Himalayas. 39. What is the status of leatherback sea turtle? Answer. Vulnerable. 40. What is in situ conservation? Answer. Conservation within natural habitat. 41. What is ex situ conservation? Answer. Conservation outside natural habitat, zoos, botanical gardens. 42. What are biosphere reserves? Answer. Areas for conservation with sustainable human activity. 43. What are the zones of biosphere reserve? Answer. Core, buffer, and transition zones. 44. What is special about national parks? Answer. No human activity is allowed. 45. Give an example of a floating national park. Answer. Cable Lamjau National Park. 46. What is the Ramsar Convention? Answer. International Treaty for Wetland Conservation. 47. When is World Wetlands Day celebrated? Answer. The 2nd of February. 48. What is the Montreux Record? Answer. Register of Threatened Ramsar Sites. 49. Why was Chilika Lake removed from Montreux Record? Answer. Due to ecological improvement. 50. What is MIKE? Answer. Monitoring of illegal killing of elephants. 51. What are tiger reserves? Answer. Protected areas for tiger conservation. 52. Give examples of tiger reserves. Answer. Bandipur Tiger Reserve and Bhitakkanika National Park. 53. What is a community reserve? Answer. Privately owned conservation area. 54. What is a conservation reserve? Answer. Government owned protected area outside parks. If you want, I can compress this into ultra short revision notes, 1 page, or MCQs for practice. Here is your content converted into numbered one-line Q&A format in proper sequence. 1. Who controls wildlife sanctuaries in India? Answer. State governments. 2. Who notifies the boundaries of wildlife sanctuaries? Answer. National Board for Wildlife. 3. Give an example of a wildlife sanctuary in Sikkim. Answer. Phambong LHO Wildlife Sanctuary near Gomti reference. 4. Give an example of a wildlife sanctuary in Nagaland. Answer. Saramati Peak region. 5. What are the components of a tiger reserve? Answer. Core and buffer areas. 6. When were tiger reserves formally notified in India? Answer. Around 2000 under strengthened conservation framework. 7. Give an example of a tiger reserve in Andhra Pradesh. Answer. Nagarjunsagar Srishalam Tiger Reserve. 8. Which tiger reserve lies at the confluence of eastern and western Ghats? Answer. Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve. 9. What is pollution? Answer. Introduction of harmful contaminants into the environment. 10. Does AQI include CO and CS? Answer. No, CO and CS are not included. 11. Which gases are not included in AQI? Answer. Carbon dioxide and methane. 12. What is the effect of carbon monoxide on the human body? Answer. It binds with hemoglobin, reducing oxygen supply. 13. What is carbon dioxide mainly produced from? Answer. Fossil fuel burning and volcanic activity. 14. What type of gas is CO? Answer. Greenhouse gas. 15. What are CFCs commonly used in? Answer. Refrigerants and aerosol sprays. 16. What causes water pollution mentioned here? Answer. Arsenic, chloride, and uranium contamination. 17. What type of pollutant is ozone at ground level? Answer. Secondary. 18. How is ozone formed in the atmosphere? Answer. No, reacts with hydrocarbons in sunlight. 19. Is CFC used in tubeless tires? Answer. No. 20. What is fly ash? Answer. Byproduct of thermal power plants. 21. When was the national AQI launched? Answer. 2015. 22. Which ministry launched AQI? Answer. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. 23. Under which mission was AQI launched? Answer. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. 24. How many AQI categories, bands are there? Answer. 6. 25. How many pollutants are considered in AQI? Answer. 8. 26. What does SAFA provide? Answer. Air quality forecast. 27. Which organizations develop SAFA? Answer. Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology and India Meteorological Department. 28. What is algal bloom, red tide? Answer. Rapid increase in algae in water bodies. 29. What is the safe dissolved oxygen level in water? Answer. Around 8 mg per liter. 30. What is bioremediation? Answer. Use of microorganisms to degrade pollutants. 31. Is bioremediation effective for heavy metals? Answer. No. 32. What is bioventing? Answer. Supplying air to contaminated soil to enhance biodegradation. 33. What diseases are caused by heavy metals? Answer. Arsenic, Blackfoot disease, cadmium, itai, mercury, Minamata. 34. What noise level is considered pollution? Answer. Above 80 decibels. 35. What causes ozone layer depletion? Answer. CFCs. 36. What are polar stratospheric clouds? Answer. Clouds in polar regions aiding ozone depletion. 37. What do greenhouse gases do? Answer. Trap infrared radiation. 38. What are major methane sources? Answer. Wetlands, rice fields, and livestock. 39. Which gas has highest global warming potential? Answer. SF, sulfur hexafluoride. 40. Which gases contribute most to global warming? Answer. CO and CH. 41. What is carbon fertilization? Answer. Increased plant growth due to higher CO. 42. What is ocean carbon sequestration? Answer. Absorption of CO by oceans. 43. What was the first Earth Summit? Answer. United Nations Conference on the Human Environment. 44. What was the Rio Summit? Answer. Earth Summit 1992. 45. What is Agenda 21? Answer. Global Sustainable Development Action Plan. 46. What was Rio Plus 10? Answer. World Summit on Sustainable Development. 47. What is UNCCD? Answer. United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. 48. When was COP1 held? Answer. 1995 in Berlin. 49. What is the Kyoto Protocol? Answer. Agreement to reduce greenhouse gases. 50. Where was Kyoto Protocol adopted? Answer. Kyoto. 51. How many gases are covered under Kyoto Protocol? Answer. 6 greenhouse gases. 52. What principle does Kyoto follow? Answer. Common but differentiated responsibilities. 53. What is the Paris Agreement? Answer. Global Climate Agreement to limit warming. 54. When was Paris Agreement adopted? Answer. 2015. 55. What is the temperature goal of Paris Agreement? Answer. Limit warming to below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably 1.5 degrees Celsius. 56. How much finance is promised under Paris Agreement? Answer. 100 billion United States dollars per year till 2025. 57. What are NDCs? Answer. Nationally determined contributions by countries. 58. Are carbon credit prices fixed? Answer. No, they are market driven. If you want, I can next convert this into ultra short revision sheet, 1 page, asterisk, or create MCQs for practice, UPSC, state PCS level, asterisk. Here is your paragraph converted into a clean, numbered 1-line Q&A format in proper sequence. 1. What is the Convention on Biological Diversity? Answer. An international treaty for conservation of biodiversity, adopted at Rio in 1992. 2. What is UNFCCC? Answer. A global framework to address climate change. 3. What is the role of World Heritage designation? Answer. Conservation of natural and cultural heritage sites. 4. What is the Cartagena Protocol? Answer. A CBD protocol regulating living modified organisms, LMOs. 5. When was the Cartagena Protocol enforced? Answer. 2003, came into force in 2003, effective 2004. 6. What does the Cartagena Protocol deal with? Answer. Safe handling and transfer of genetically modified organisms. 7. What is the Nagoya Protocol? Answer. A CBD agreement on access to genetic resources and benefit sharing. 8. What is the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources? Answer. A treaty for conservation and use of plant genetic resources for food and agriculture. 9. What is the International Solar Alliance? Answer. An alliance for solar energy cooperation among tropical countries. 10. When was ISA launched? Answer. At COP21 in 2015. 11. Where is ISA headquarters located? Answer. Gurugram, Haryana. 12. What is the Montreal Protocol? Answer. A treaty to protect the ozone layer. 13. Under which convention was Montreal Protocol adopted? Answer. Vienna Convention for the Protection of the Ozone Layer. 14. When was Montreal Protocol adopted? Answer. 1987. 15. What is the Greenhouse Gas Protocol? Answer. A tool to measure and manage greenhouse gas emissions. 16. Who developed the Greenhouse Gas Protocol? Answer. World Resources Institute and World Business Council for Sustainable Development. 17. What is UNRED program? Answer. A program to reduce emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. 18. Which organizations run UNRED? Answer. FAO, UNDP, and UNEP. 19. What is RED Plus? Answer. Expanded program including conservation and sustainable forest management. 20. What is traffic? Answer. NGO monitoring trade in wild animals and plants. 21. Which organizations support traffic? Answer. WWF and IUCN. 22. What is the Living Planet Report? Answer. A biennial biodiversity assessment by WWF. 23. What is the status of IUCN in UN? Answer. Observer, non-legally binding. 24. What is CITES also called? Answer. Washington Convention. 25. What is the Global Environment Facility? Answer. Financial mechanism for environmental projects. 26. When was JEF established? Answer. 1992. 27. What is the Green Climate Fund? Answer. Fund for climate projects in developing countries. 28. What is the Biocarbon Fund? Answer. A fund managed by the World Bank for carbon sequestration projects. 29. What is the Climate and Clean Air Coalition? Answer. Initiative to reduce short-lived climate pollutants. 30. What is environment? Answer. Everything that surrounds and affects organisms. 31. What is a species? Answer. Organisms that can interbreed. 32. What is habitat? Answer. Place where an organism lives. 33. What is niche? Answer. Functional role of a species. 34. Water ecosystem services. Answer. Benefits provided by ecosystems. 35. Water provisioning services. Answer. Direct benefits like food and water. 36. Water regulating services. Answer. Climate and pollution control. 37. What is a keystone species? Answer. Species that strongly influence ecosystem structure. 38. What is an indicator species? Answer. Species indicating environmental conditions. 39. What is a food chain? Answer. Transfer of energy across trophic levels. 40. What is a trophic level? Answer. Each step in a food chain. 41. What is a food web? Answer. Interconnected food chains. 42. What is ecological pyramid? Answer. Graphical representation of trophic levels. 43. Which pyramid is always upright? Answer. Energy pyramid. 44. What is the 10% law? Answer. Only 10% energy transfers to next level. 45. Who are decomposers? Answer. Bacteria and fungi. 46. What are lichens? Answer. Symbiosis of algae and fungi. 47. What is biomagnification? Answer. Increase of toxins along trophic levels. 48. What is biogeochemical cycle? Answer. Movement of nutrients in ecosystem. 49. What is nitrogen fixation? Answer. Conversion of atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia. 50. What is nitrification? Answer. Conversion of ammonia to nitrate. 51. What is denitrification? Answer. Conversion of nitrate to nitrogen gas. 52. What is ecological succession? Answer. Gradual change in ecosystem over time. 53. What is pioneer species? Answer. First colonizers. 54. What is climax community? Answer. Stable final stage. 55. What is mutualism? Answer. Both species benefit. 56. What is commensalism? Answer. One benefits, other unaffected. 57. What is predation? Answer. One organism kills another. 58. What is biogas? Answer. Fuel produced from organic waste. 59. What is LPG made of? Answer. Butane and propane. 60. What is photovoltaic cell? Answer. Converts sunlight into electricity. 61. What is National Green Tribunal? Answer. Environmental Court in India. 62. Under which article is environmental protection linked? Answer. Article 21. 63. Where is NGT headquarters? Answer. New Delhi. 64. What is Central Pollution Control Board? Answer. Pollution monitoring body. 65. Under which act is CPCB formed? Answer. Water Act, 1974. 66. What is National Biodiversity Authority? Answer. Body to regulate biodiversity and prevent biopiracy. 67. Under which act is NBA formed? Answer. Biological Diversity Act, 2002. 68. What is Public Liability Insurance Act? Answer. Provides immediate relief in industrial accidents. 69. What is Animal Welfare Board of India? Answer. Body to prevent animal cruelty. 70. What is National Tiger Conservation Authority? Answer. Authority for Tiger Conservation. 71. What is Bombay Natural History Society? Answer. NGO for Wildlife Research and Conservation. 72. What is Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency? Answer. Financial institution for renewable energy projects. If you want, I can next convert this into super short revision notes, last day revision, asterisk or generate 100 MCQs for practice, UPSC level.